views and opinions of this program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Kingdom podcast. The show might include strong images and language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
After 3 long years,
Welcome back, Commander.
here we are again.
Say what?
Again with the angst, the controversy, and wit that can withstand anything or anyone it's up against. Here to give you the scoop about K-pop and other crap you can think of, the prima donna of K-pop radio is back. Better, stronger, and well, he's still the rowdy asshole everyone expects him to be. Thy kingdom come! Welcome the evil stepchild of SLR the podcast, the Kingdom Podcast. And here he is, the man of the hour, the best among the rest, and your resident K-pop critic, the voice, DJ Yuuki.
Welcome back to the podcast. It is Saturday morning in the Philippines. Today's the 12th of September 2020. This is Yuuki. Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast, brought to you by Anchor.fm. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and on Anchor, all in one name at the Kingdom Pod PH. And we have here my good friend. You might know her. One of the MPDs, Mamamoo Police Department members. Her name is Abby. You can follow her on Twitter. It's What a Rad Radish. And Abby and I will be talking about this song that dropped. So, I mean, it's a song, right? We're going to consider it as a song, not really as a comeback because it's a CF thing, like a commercial thing. And yeah, we're talking about, sorry, if you guys don't know, we're talking about the Mamamoo song, Wanna Be Myself. It was part of their commercial with Andar, kind of like a sports bra, I think. I'm unsure. But we'll talk about that later on. But, you know, I want to get to converse first, kind of like make an intro for the show. So, Abby, over the weekends, it's just the start of the weekend, but I watched Mulan.
Oh God. You did? Did you make it?
I made it. Hey, what do you mean? Like, I loved it. I don't know. Have you watched it?
Okay, well, yeah, I do. I was going to watch it, but then
Sure.
a friend of mine, we might have not to a certain people who might be listening, but I pirated it, but in a legal way, and I watched it, and I could not believe that people could ever think this is good. I need to hear from you. How did you think it was good?
It's probably my biased opinion since I freaking love Mulan 1998.
How did you think that? Do you think it's superior?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Not even close. It's probably just me clinging onto something that I felt like if I were a Disney princess, I would be Mulan. So that kind of weird love towards it. And I was just looking for, anything Mulan. So I loved it. The action, I wasn't really into the story since I know how the story goes. So I'm just looking into what they're going to do with the story, the insertion of like the instrumentals for, from the old movie, in key points. I liked it, but, not at all superior from the 1998 classic. Still loved it. I don't know.
Okay, I have to admit, when I saw your tweet saying that you liked it, I was very upset. And I didn't know how to take it, so I know, I was just like, how dare he? And then I just like, you know what? Just don't interact with it. Just keep that inside and go text your friend about it later.
Well, I don't know. I'm just probably even Ali asked me, like, did you like it? I'm just probably just really biased over Mulan because
Does Ali like it?
she didn't watch it. She didn't like watching it, so I watched it myself. So, yeah, you're probably on the same boat as Ali. I don't know.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, see there. Yes, I am.
Me and Ali are simpatico. We
I don't-
understand each other.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked it.
I'm just gonna say this just for it. Okay, in this Mulan, she is a complete Mary Sue who has the ultimate power in the beginning. She has this power. She doesn't earn it.
yeah.
She doesn't earn it, okay? But in the original Mulan, it's actually an empowering story, regardless if you're a girl or a guy.
Sure.
But in this Mulan, it's just she's just all powerful. She's all knowing. She can just kick ass whenever, but she doesn't earn it, and that's what infuriates me because it loses the actual message of Mulan. That's it.
I mean, sure, like there's a lack of storytelling, in some other key points of the story where she has this kind of power and she has chi and whatnot. But I don't know, the action's cool. I'm an action geek, so what they did with the stunts and whatnot, I liked it. Whatever,
The stunts were cool because it was mostly because the stunts were all made by them.
Yeah,
I
right.
will give them credit.
Yeah.
The stunts were nice, but what they won't have a dragon in the movie, but they'll have a witch that turns into a
Right.
bunch of birds. Okay, Disney.
I wish they would have had Mushu. I mean, they were too serious about sticking to the original plot
Ballad?
of the story, like the Ballad of Mulan, right? But
Yeah. And yeah, I understand, like, because of like the cultural stuff, and they don't want to have Mushu. Like, that's fine to me, but you drained the energy
right,
out of what made Mulan so special.
right.
So, I mean, but hey, if that is your opinion, I respect it, even though it's wrong.
Fair enough. Fuck you. Anyway, we're gonna talk about basically, like I said, Mamamoo, Wanna Be Myself. Okay, let me just put this out there. Mamamoo, for me, always delivers when it comes to CF songs. They
do.
They put in so much effort. I think if I were to rank all of them, not because I didn't like them, but they're still all good. I guess like Taste the Feeling from Coca-Cola was their most inferior out of all of them, but it was still good. Woohoo. I told you guys when I tweeted that out when Woohoo released. I was telling everyone this would be Song of the Year. But then like I found out like shit, this is for LG. Woohoo for me has to be like their top 3 songs. Of like regardless if it's CF or not. Woohoo is really up there. So we all know that Mamamoo, because of their musicality, their talent and everything, they always deliver when it comes to CFs. And Wanna Be Myself, I think I need to listen to more. I'm not warming, I'm not warming up to it. I don't know about you.
I mean, like, it was okay. When I first listened to the song, because everyone was going crazy about the MV, and I'm just like, for me, it just looked like a Fabletics commercial.
Right.
And I'm like, that's all. I mean, and I understand because it is a commercial song, but I listened to the song and I was like, oh, I really like it. It's a nice beat. It's catchy. Just has some simple, like, repetitive lyrics. I mean, what am I supposed to expect from a commercial song?
Right.
And so then I watched the MV, and it's not that it was boring, because I can't say it's boring, but there wasn't a lot of change of scenery, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I mean, and again, what am I supposed to expect? It's a commercial, and so because I'm so used to like Starry Night or these like
right. Windflower.
impactful-
Fucking.
Yeah, Windflower, and so I mean, it's not. I'm not saying I was like disappointed. That's
Yeah.
not it. I was the song grew on me, but not the MV, if that makes sense. Because they were just posing around in different outfits. So I was just like, I mean, yeah, it's cute. It's just like they're just posing. I mean, they're not really dancing. I mean, there were some dancing parts, which was nice. Because, I mean, the choreography itself is nice. I mean, if we want to talk about the dancing. But, yeah.
See, guys, this is what I'm talking about here on the podcast. We're the two hosts of the podcast, but we're polar opposites when it comes to this. So this will be an interesting episode for everyone. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a few commercial breaks to talk about Wanna Be Myself. Don't go away.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
What's up, simps? How many of you guys use Spotify as your main music or podcast player? On Spotify, you can listen to all your favorite songs or shows, this show included, and choose over a variety of artists and podcasters for your listening pleasure. So don't forget to download Spotify on your smartphones, and in the process, follow me on social media so that you'll know when the Kingdom Podcast will be on air. That's Yuukmeister on Twitter and Instagram. See you there.
Hello, Radish Farm. Welcome to Mamamoo Central, where myself and a possible Moomoos star guest talk everything Mamamoo. Want the tea? We got you. Want a song review? No problem. Want to just freak about your best girl? Go nuts! Be sure to follow my Twitter at WhatARadRadish to get the latest and greatest from yours truly, while also updates about when I upload. Well, let's get on to today's topic. See you around!
Hey podcasters! Podcasting has become a staple when it comes to new things to try, especially here in the Philippines. Check all of them out on your podcast players like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also hope you can donate to the show for as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. We want to get as much content out there as possible, and a small amount like this would definitely help us out to keep the show going. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
You are listening to the Kingdom Podcast. All our episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and on Anchor.fm. Your weekly dose of K-pop is now back.
Welcome back to the podcast. You can like us on Facebook.com/thekingdompodph. That's also for Twitter and Anchor. Not the same link, but at thekingdompodph. We have Abby here. You can follow her on Twitter. What a rad radish. You're about to start your podcast episode, right? Your pilot episode?
Yeah, it's, just got some editing to do, and then it will be up.
So, what's the link? Please, share it to us.
I'm supposed to spell it out? Hold on. Wait.
She doesn't know her own name, yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
It's Mamamoo Gossip Corner. Corner is spelled with a K.
Yeah. So you can go to anchor.fm/Mamamoo Gossip Corner. You know how to spell that out, guys. So it should be cool. Her first episode. Can we drop this? Like your topic for the first episode?
Yeah, go ahead.
It might be already released anyway when we release this podcast episode, so it should be fine. Her first episode, talks about all of the details about Wasa and the bullying thing and all of the hate towards her. So I've listened to the episode. It was so detailed, but it didn't bore me.
Well,
So wait, really quick. It's not like just about the entire bullying thing. It's just about one scandal that happened that kind of escalated the whole thing.
Right. So. Like the start of it, the genesis of everything. So you guys better check that out. So it's anchor.fm/Mamamoo Gossip Corner. I thought she was going to call it Mamamoo Central, which I thought was, cool. But then she called it Gossip Corner, so... Anyway, so guys, check that out. She's super cool. All right, going back to the topic, Wanna Be Myself. We'll talk about the music video first. So, okay. I'm just not a fan of CFs in general. Get what I mean? But I always say
Like
that
the MVs?
yeah,
or
like the MVs, like the
Okay.
MVs. But Mamamoo always delivers when it comes to songs. However, like what I told you guys earlier, I still need to warm up to the song rather than the music video. I don't know. I think I appreciate the music video more now than the song. But I'm not discounting the song. The song's really good. It's just that I don't know. Yeah, I agree with Abby in the sense that we're not really getting a lot of things going on the music video. Let me watch the music video while I'm talking right now. We're not really getting a lot of things happening. But then, if you think about it, it's a music video. It's a CF. So I don't know. I guess I always I need to listen to the song more. And I feel weird that they're sporting bras on the video. So I don't know. I'm not a fan. But anyway, it's still good. Like I still like this, all of them, like the song, the MV. It's just that I think I'm leaning towards the MV for now compared to the song. And I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Wanna Be Myself. I still liked it though. How say you?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm not really sure that, okay, so it's hard to judge it because, again, it's Mamamoo, and you'd figure that, every time they're going to do something different, they're going to deliver something.
Right.
But this is something that, not that I'm saying they didn't want to do, but it's a commercial, so they have to tie it in to a certain message that's going to sell a product.
Sure.
So you can't say they wanted to do everything that they wanted to do. So I mean, the MV, it's I'm not saying it's bad because it's far from that.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of Mamamoo-esque things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously they have a lot of this self-repeating empowerment where it's wanna be myself, just love myself, and the self-love thing.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
And so it's got the same of that, but then again, it's you hear that all the time,
Right.
and that's a reoccurring theme, and it's probably 75% of their songs, which is not that it's bad, but it's kind of when it's right in your face, it's kind of oh, I get it. Can you lean back a little bit? Thanks. But I think and the shots weren't bland in the MV, which was nice. They gave a lot of different lighting. There's a lot of color schemes, and
Right.
which definitely helped elevate it because obviously when you're dealing with and here in America, I have learned a lot about our commercials and how big and loud they are, and dealing with I'm gonna just shout this out, but Fabletics, if you've ever heard of it,
Yeah.
they have a certain way of stylizing, and actually before we went on air, I wanted to watch a Fabletics ad and kind of compare, and there's really no difference because they have certain poses, they have certain glances at the camera when they're wearing whatever, and it's no different than any other athletic or female athletic wear that I've seen, other than they have a dance number in it. Which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if America adds a dance number into one of their commercials, but yeah. I mean, to wrap up my thoughts, it's not a bad MV. It's just, I don't think it's very inspired in how Mamamoo likes to deliver their music videos, but again, it's a CF. So it's not, I don't like to diminish my expectations for Mamamoo, but obviously there's a different level when it comes to their original songs and their commercial songs.
Sure. And this might sound like nitpicking, right? You know Ween's pink outfit on the video.
The pink outfit.
Yeah.
Wait, let me. Because when you said you were gonna watch the MV, and I'm like, oh, I better too. So
Yeah. I'm just
let's see.
I'm just
Okay.
checking on the pink outfit. I'm muting
Yeah, I
the
see
audio, right? This
Yeah,
is
I
like
like-
her makeup looks weird there. I don't know.
Makeup.
Yeah, her makeup looks weird.
Wait, hold on, let me look at it.
She looks stunning
That's so
all throughout the
outfit.
video, except for not the dance pink outfit, just the individual pink outfit that she has.
When she's sitting down.
Yeah.
with one.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait, we're almost there.
36 seconds.
Moon's just looking at me right now. Okay. It doesn't. I mean, well, it's simple. It's not. Maybe it's the wing eyeliner.
Yeah,
doesn't look
probably
as-
that. Doesn't look flamboyant
Yeah.
for me. I don't know.
It's not like bold enough. It looks like it's been smeared or something.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like it lacks some sort of, rightness to it. I can't.
Rightness?
Right. I mean, I can't term it better than that.
You're such a guy.
Yeah, I know. Lipstick is lipstick. What the hell? Guys, I might sound like I'm nitpicking, and like I said, I'm very critical when it comes to the groups I follow. This is not their best CF. Far from that. However, it's not bad because they always deliver when it comes to CFs. I think it's still better than the Coca-Cola thing. But it's far from Gleam, far from Woohoo. Which are my two best CF songs of Mamamoo, probably. But I'm just not, to be honest, I'm just not a big fan of, seeing them. Probably, aesthetically, they're beautiful and whatnot. I'm just, I'm uncomfortable seeing them in this kind of sportswear. That's probably why.
Do you think it's over sexualizing them or something?
Yeah, you can probably say that. Well, it's not like AOA levels, you get what I mean. But
Yeah.
they're still pretty respectable when it comes to this. Moonbyul looks stunning. I just gotta say that. But Wheein, of course, we're not gonna get a Wheein revealing thing, because Wheein's kind of like that, so I'm cool with that. But I'm just not a big fan of seeing them like this. Of course, we see them sport something like this all the time, right? This is kind of like their go-to outfits already, on stage. They do this in Mama and whatnot. They sort of have that kind of revealing, concept to them. That's totally fine. I'm just not, a fan of that. So I guess for the MV, it's just that. The song, I need to listen to it more. I appreciate it, but I like the MV more. For now, at least. And
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her Ween's makeup just looks weird. I don't know.
It's just, I mean, I think that as far as MV goes, definitely number one would be Gleam, because it has everything in it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
definitely feels more Mamamoo,
Sure.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I kind of get what you're saying with oh God, I lost my thought. Oh no. Wait. Okay. When you were talking about, oh yeah, okay. When you were saying you don't feel like this MV, you were not uncomfortable with them advertising athletic wear, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like something they would advertise, if that makes sense, because they've done, let's see, sunglasses, they've done Coca-Cola, they've done, what did they do for Girl Crush? I don't remember.
It's I have no idea. It is the nest.
I mean, the MV in the song is super cute, so I like that. But for Woohoo, they did LG.
Girl Crush is like an Android game. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so they've been advertising more widely known products, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And so for them to just kind of throw out a clothing line, it's a clothing line, they've never done
Right.
it before, so they would deliver a little more. If again, like I'm just spitballing here, but because
Mhm.
it's something new, they probably would want to push out a little more, which they didn't give. So it's kind of like, but boom.
And I feel like Andar is kind of like a ripoff of Adidas. I don't know. I'm looking at the font of Andar, right? I mean, it kind of looks like Adidas.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
I mean, I'm trying to remember the clothes that they're wearing and the different styles because it's nothing different than your regular leggings that you'd wear to a gym
Mm-hmm.
or the sports bra or something. It's all the same, but it's mostly just
like
Solar and Hwasa wearing this stuff.
right. And you're the junkie when it comes to video editing and whatnot. The zoom ins, like the transitions of the music video wasn't really ironclad, you know.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's why I'm saying I don't really think their heart was in this.
Right.
I mean, it kind of just seems like, and maybe, okay, theory time. Maybe it was RBW pressuring them to do this because I don't know, maybe this is them kind of like getting us in the spirit for a comeback.
Sure.
Because again, I have to actually stress this real quick. Before we went on air, I was looking through Instagram because apparently a lot of hate was coming on their Instagrams about the new MV and whatnot. A lot of people were saying that this is their comeback. It's not a comeback. It's just
not at all. Yeah,
I know, and
if you guys think this is good,
people are stupid enough to think this
because
it's not a comeback.
Yeah, if you guys think this is good, just wait for the comeback, you guys.
Yeah, like don't think this is a comeback. I mean, when I don't know, name any pop star ever that's done a commercial and did a small song. Like, okay, wait, I guess a more famous one would be when Michael Jackson made a commercial for Pepsi and he parodied his song. Like, that's not a comeback. It's just a commercial. So just real quick, just saying that, but it's like maybe this is RBW kind of getting us fired up for a new song or something,
Sure.
But I don't know. I don't really think they nailed the whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really think they pumped us up enough. Because, and like you said, I am a video editing junkie, and when I'm just seeing a bunch of rapid cuts and random zoom-ins, and the lighting is good. Like when again, my favorite, I want to turn it into a small fan cam, but when there's a certain part, like with Hwasa, when she's looking through the blinds and the lights, and she's like just playing with the blinds with her nails, that is a good aesthetic. I really like it. But then everything else just kind of, boy.
It's a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, this is probably, it's probably just a win-win for RBW since, okay guys, here's Andar, they're gonna give us a ton of money, and then at the same time we're gonna hype you up with a fucking music video for the comeback that'll happen like in a month or two. So, good job. Questionable? Question mark?
Question mark?
Yeah. Good job.
Can I just say really quick, I don't think okay, so I'm assuming that these white outfits, the one where all four of them are together, I don't think they're really inspired. And I just see 4 plain white outfits with different styles, different shoes. That's it. I mean, I wish there was something more, because again, this doesn't feel like Mamamoo. I don't see, I mean, there's not anything I can glean from them. Like, they're nice, but they're plain. That's it. That's not Mamamoo. And I don't, that's why I don't think their heart was in this.
Again, we're hoping that Mamamoo liked it, right? At the end of the day, we're still hoping that they liked it.
I know, and that's what it really comes down to. If the girls were happy with what they put out with, and if they liked the song, if they liked what they were dancing to, if they liked the outfits, all that. But you were right. I'm looking back at Wing's makeup.
Right. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't...
Not a fan.
Maybe maybe it was real quick. She just had to throw something on before camera roll.
Yeah. Fuck. Anyway. Probably like 3 a.m. Like, we need to go, okay? Like, we need to shoot this. I don't know.
Why didn't she let Wasa do her makeup?
Well...
Wasa does her makeup all the time.
Right. Yeah, Wasa does her makeup, yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to say that Wasa did her makeup because her makeup really wasn't really, on point. So I doubt that. Maybe not. Because Wasa usually does like the makeup, really, really good. So I don't know. I have zero knowledge of makeup. So you gotta understand. I just felt like, I have this sort of image when it comes to Wheein looking a certain, certain way. So that's not the Wheein that I've come to know about. Best Wheein is Go Go Bebe for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, okay, and like this is just maybe a quick theory, and maybe listeners can like hone in on this and might think about it, but I don't think, maybe they're going with the more simplistic look to the face because, again, even though they're advertising like athletic wear and the attention should be on the clothes, not necessarily their face, but hold on, but could it be because the lyrics are all about like self-love and you should just love yourself like no matter what? So does that mean like, because other people would want you to see you look pretty, so you would wear all this makeup, but you yourself don't really, you just want to be yourself, so you don't wear any makeup because that's your true self, right? I mean, am I crazy? Because I'm trying to like grab different things from the MV to the lyrics to the face, and I might just be going crazy.
Look, that might not be the most batshit crazy thing that I've heard. So if you think about it, Andar and RBW would say, okay, let's downgrade their faces because that's not their, the main point. So maybe, that's not the most batshit crazy thing I've heard. So I will agree with you on that, probably.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a theory. I don't think it's an actual thing because,
right.
I mean, Wheein's makeup, it doesn't look great, but if she wanted to go for a more basic and pure look, there are ways to do that to make you look more natural.
Yeah, just on that outfit though. Like if you think about it, I'm looking at Wheein. Of course, Wheein's my bias. You guys know. So, just on that outfit. Like, all of her makeup, like, from other outfits were okay. So, well, that was weird. Sorry. A game started. I just downloaded a game, the Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, it started for me. I don't know why. Yeah, you gotta check that out. Sorry, off topic. You gotta check that out. It's a flight simulator it's a flight simulator, but the view...
What?
Like, you're piloting a plane, right? But the view, like from around the world, is really the exact view that you would see. It's that shit. Oh. It's that crazy. So like you fly over Paris, you'll see the Eiffel Tower. Fly over San Francisco, Golden Gate.
I figured you'd actually be like flying around, just like suspended in air for a while.
No. But yeah, you gotta check that out. That's a super cool game. Anywho's, that's the MV. We'll talk about the song after this. We'll go to our commercial break, and then when we come back, last topic. Now we're gonna talk about the song. No more makeups. No more fucking sports bras and shit. Just the song. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
Hello, Radish Farm. Welcome to Mamamoo Central, where myself and a possible Moomoos star guest talk everything Mamamoo. Want the tea? We got you. Want a song review? No problem.
Want to just freak about your best girl? Go nuts! Be sure to follow my Twitter at WhatARadRadish to get the latest and greatest from yours truly, while also updates about when I upload. Well, let's get on to today's topic. See you around!
Hey podcasters! Podcasting has become a staple when it comes to new things to try, especially here in the Philippines. Check all of them out on your podcast players like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also hope you can donate to the show for as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. We want to get as much content out there as possible, and a small amount like this would definitely help us out to keep the show going. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, this is Jacques, aka Arcady Blog, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
Welcome back to the podcast. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/report for as low as 99 cents. You can donate to us, so, to help to help us keep the show going. So please check that out. You can follow me on Twitter at Ukemeister and on Instagram, and you can follow my co-host, for today. This is Abby. You can follow her on Twitter. WhatARadRadish, and she'll be starting, by the time that this is out, she already started her pilot episode, so check her out. Anchor.fm/Mamamoo Gossip Corner. Corner with a K. With coffee and a kiss mark. That's her that's her name, the podcast name. Super cool, you guys. Listen to the podcast. A lot of things that she tackled there. Mainly talking about the genesis of what happened when it comes to the bullying of Wasa and everything in between. So check that out. If you're not updated, then yeah, that's a better listen than most of my podcast episodes here. So you might want to check that out. No. Sincerely, like I listened to the podcast. I wasn't bored at all. Like I was really entertained with how you're delivering it. So super cool, you guys. Check it out. Mamamoo Gossip Corner on Anchor.fm. Corner with a K. Alrighty. Going back. Now we're gonna talk about this song. She's gonna rave about the song. Did you like it?
Okay, let's see. Let's go for the things that I liked and the things I don't like. So, things that I liked, I really liked the beat. I liked, the start off. Everyone had a good line distribution, so you gotta, everyone in there. The lyrics were nice. It's just it was simple, but not simple enough to be bad, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Because it's like it has that Mamamoo flavor that always goes in there because listen, I went through all of their CF songs, and if they had an MV, I watched it, but I mostly listened to their songs, and it was like they all had a little that Mamamoo flavor that, okay, so this is Mamamoo singing it, so you knew who it was. But with this song, it was like they had it, but not enough, which is why I say it's simple. And yeah, I mean, it's like if I were to rate it like on a 10 scale, I'd probably give it like a 7, closer to a 6, but not so much to an 8.
Give it a 5.
What?
Yeah, I'd give it a 5. I didn't dislike it. Not in any way. You always want to compare the songs to another song, and I tend to always compare, like for example, Gleam to Woohoo, or Girl Crush to Woohoo. Woohoo is probably their best CF song for me, at least. MV wise, yeah, Gleam would be number 1. It's not Woohoo. I know this is a new genre for them. This is a dance video that is kind of like it feels pop, 70s pop, music. The musicality feels like it's from the 70s. This is new for them. That's why probably I like what I said earlier. I still need to warm up to it because it's not something that I'm used to when hearing Mamamoo. And probably the music video helped out with that decision, but I want to be as exclusive to the song as possible, so I'm gonna give it a 5. Closer to a 6. Like 5.8 maybe.
I mean,
Yeah,
like a 5.8.
I need to warm up to it.
If I was, yeah, I mean that's how I felt like this is weird, but like comparing it, but like with Solar's Spit It Out, I had to listen to the song like for a few more days until I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this song's actually good. But then like with this song, I mean it took like maybe 3 or 4 tries, but then I was like really liking it because like I said, I give the song a 7, but when I first listened to it, it was a 5.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I need to listen to it more. It probably may change, over time. I always tend to compare it, of course, to Woohoo. And if you think about the genre or how it sounds like, I would compare it to like a Mr. Ambiguous or maybe a Piano Man, since it's kind of like old school sounding. But then, Mr. Ambiguous and Piano Man really brought it like in all sorts of, capacity. So I'm just not...
You can't really compare those because Mr. Ambiguous and Piano Man were like jazz numbers.
Yeah, but but since jazz is kind of like, old sounding to, I guess for me, because I'm a 90s kid. Jazz was kind of like a big thing back in the 70s. Well, Bruno Mars kind of like brought it back. I don't know. So, I'm just not, I'm cool with the translation, of the lyrics. We're all for wanting to be yourself and whatnot. Who cares of what I do? Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, well, for lyrics, that's cool. I'm giving the lyrics like around 7.5 probably. I like how I like what they talked about on the song, but the song itself, that's why I probably 5.8. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
no, you are, because we're just talking about the song. But like something that I didn't like was when, so like in every song, like ever, there is a chord progression that leads to the drop of the chorus.
Sure.
And when they and then when like the track it started to hype up the beat, and then it was like the weirdest drop I've ever heard. It was like loud, and then it was just I wasn't expecting it, so I literally, maybe like it was my first time watching it, I had to make sure my phone was working, because I was like, did my phone just give out? Like, why is my volume so weird? But then I realized, oh, it's not my volume, it's the MV.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like how it was like just this very thin, very small chorus. It felt soft.
Yeah, it felt like it's going to and then went back.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
I don't know. It's when you want to do that, you have to like it could go wrong so quickly if you don't do it right. And it kind of, as far as the beat drop, it was more like a it wasn't a nice drop. I would give it maybe like, as far as the chorus goes, I'd give it a 4. Because they weren't really, whoever was mixing the sounds, that wasn't a good drop.
Cosmic.
Yeah, it was really.
Look, Cosmic, I don't know if that's just their name, Cosmic. I don't know who they are. You guys made Gleam.
Right.
Let me just remind you that. You guys made Gleam, Guys, fuck. Come on.
I mean, like, where were they during the song? I believe
Right.
someone probably just used their voice clip in the beginning, and then it was somebody completely different. Maybe
Right.
they fired this guy who made
Probably,
glue.
let's make a chorus, but without the guy that we did it with. Maybe,
Right.
probably, I don't know. That's why, I lost my point. I was gonna say something about the chorus too. Yeah, it felt thin. The chord progression there is the same as the whole song. It's just that it felt thin. The whole song was pretty, thick when it comes to the instrumentals, but then it dropped probably to help out, to accentuate whoever's singing on the chorus, because it was kind of like a high tone. So it'll be thinner than usual. So it's probably to accentuate that. But if I were to compare it to the teaser, right? What we heard on the teaser, I'd give the teaser an 8 compared to the
Right.
5 that I gave, the whole song.
It's just like it's kind of, it was so like, oh wow, it's gonna be this cool commercial.
Right,
and
right.
when you watch it, it's like, oh, it was advertised differently.
Yeah.
Now, again, like, I have to bring this up because it reminds me of Spit It Out when they gave us the teaser, and it was like this whole, I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I cannot this MV. I just full on wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watch it and I listen to the song and I'm like, oh, I mean that's it.
Yeah, we have the same thing about Spit It Out. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Spit It Out, but I liked it. It's just that, it's not up to my Mamamoo standards, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's just what it comes down to. It's the fact that they advertised something that they were not selling.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for, respecting yourself, being yourself, no standards, so you set your own. So, I'm all for that. I applaud that, applause for that. It's just that I think they could have done better when it comes to, doing the actual song. I know you're still, we're still fans of the song. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
We're cool with the song. It's just that it's not woohoo.
You can't compare.
Okay. I'm comparing towards themselves, so
No. Listen, it's just I don't think they have. I mean, there's a difference because since this is a new product, I mean, they're basically being models. in this video.
Right.
So it's different than, another commercial because, like, again, I can't say like, okay, their Coca-Cola one. What was it?
Oh shit. Taste the Feeling.
Taste the Feeling. Like, they didn't have an MV, so I can't really compare it to Woohoo, who did have an MV. And I mean, I can compare songs, but it won't feel the same. But with this, it's like, obviously, I want to be myself. Like, I mean, just in general, because you can't separate the two. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put MV and song down like number 4 in my list of different, like, just how I feel about like my top tier list of their their commercial songs.
Mm-hmm. But I'm checking on Andar's just to segue. I'm looking at Andar's website. They got Itzy here too. So
They do?
yeah, they're they're the real deal. You got
Wow,
Mamamoo
okay.
and Itzy, fucking modeling your shit. That's cool. And they're not just sportswear. They're like all kinds of wear. So
Oh.
yeah, that's probably why they had, the white outfit. The white outfit that you were talking about, because they have more or less like office wear too.
Oh, wait, so you mean to tell me that they're advertising what Mamamoo was dancing in?
Yeah, kinda. Let me link it to you. Check it out. So they got Itzy here and Mamamoo. Like, their pictorial looks better than the music video. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. I mean, well, I'm thinking that probably Mamamoo was just advertising a specific like
Set.
part
Yeah.
of a specific set of their outfits, which is, it's obviously you can't cram in every single clothing
Sure.
that they're advertising.
That's right.
Let me see what they got.
Right. Like check it out. Like their website is very intuitive. I like it. But yeah, I mean anyway.
I mean, it's just basic stuff. It's not anything
Yeah.
I haven't seen before.
Right.
Why would I pay $100 for that puffy coat? It looks terrible.
It's
Sorry,
Adidas. I'm telling you, it's Adidas.
They're probably some off-brand.
It's
Not
the same
off-brand.
font. It's the same font. It's Adidas or Adidas or whatever you call that. It's the same font.
Adidas? Did you just say Adidas?
They say it's Adidas. Like some people here in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Adidas, whatever. It's by Adidas something. Like they have the thing with Puma back in whenever World War II.
Oh, I like Puma though. I don't really like Adidas.
Did you know that they're brother groups? Like they're two brothers that had like a thing back then blew up in the Olympics, and then they had like a falling out after World War II because of whatever, and then they made Adidas and Puma.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Check it out. Like that's a cool story. I swear. So, yeah, that's a thing. Like they're brothers. They're two brothers with the same name, or not the same name, but the same last name.
Oh, okay.
Yep, check that out, guys. You learn you learn something new every day. So, okay. Final thoughts on the song.
Could have done better.
Final
That's
song,
it.
or sorry, not the song, but like the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay, well, keep streaming it, obviously, because we want to support the girls.
Yeah.
Mamamoo, I hope you really loved the song. I hope you had fun. Listeners, of course, give your constructive criticism on it. But honestly, I thought it could have been better. It wasn't advertised the way I thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
so...
They teased us with like an 8 or a 9, and then we got like a 5 or 6. Anyway, I mean, my take on it is I'm just hoping that they liked it.
Right. That's all it comes down to.
And did I get teased on, like, did I get hyped up on, a comeback that's coming up? Not really. But no, I'm still looking forward to their comeback because their comebacks are usually OP. So, I'm gonna let this slide. Okay, Mamamoo, you did this, fine. Don't get me wrong, I still liked it, like the entirety of it. The aesthetics are okay, the colors are great. The outfits sometimes are like I find it difficult looking at them with wearing sports bra and stuff. You know how Wheein on the musical wore that sports bra thing when she did like the drumming thing and the Bruno Mars and whatnot. Like I felt weird watching her like in that outfit. It's a bit daring for me. I don't know. I always I tend to never look at the artists that I stan in that kind of sexual way. Like,
Right.
it feels weird for me.
Because it's not like, I mean, obviously in K-pop, there's a certain standard when it comes to their performance outfits.
Right.
And something like, just something that I've picked up on as I'm, all watching all these performance videos and all of their outfits. And
Mhm.
there's a certain, like, length of material, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. It's like covering. And
Yes.
so I'm guessing she wanted to branch out of that for just like one session. But, I mean, of course, there's a few others, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The weirdest thing, just before we go, the weirdest feeling that I felt whenever I watched something Mamamoo was just from Solar. Yummy and Say So. I felt weird watching that. Like, I was saying the entire time that I was watching the video, girl, you need a pin. Because that's gonna, burst out anytime
yeah.
soon. It's scary. So
You were scared.
it's like you need to
I had,
pin
like,
that on your
anxiety the
skin,
whole
like,
time. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I can actually, okay, I did not see Yummy, but I did see Say So because I really liked this. And the only reason why I watched it was because I knew Say So, not from the Doja Cat, the girl who made this
Yeah.
song, but I listened to this Japanese version from this girl.
Right,
It was
right,
so good.
Mhm.
So I was watching Solar Dance, and I did not, maybe it was because of the choreography. I didn't really like the choreography. I thought it was kind of like, it just didn't seem something like Solar would dance to. So I was
Yeah.
kind of like, oh wow. I mean, I never thought she'd do this. But yeah, when you're talking about the outfit, I was like, I don't know. Not that I wasn't comfortable. I was just like, that is the smallest shirt I've ever seen.
Oh, if you felt uncomfortable watching Say So, watch Yummy. That was no, watch it. Like after the show, watch it, and then tweet me. Watch it. You'd say the same thing probably. Like, girl, you need to pin that in your skin. You know, like
Right.
it's gonna burst out. Fuck. It's scary.
I mean, and real quick, it's not like I'm trying to judge what she's wearing
Right,
or think that I have some control over what she wears, but
course.
it's just, it's so like, I'm just concerned because I don't want people to like, because like, and I don't want people to over sexualize her because it's just, and I love her to death, and it's like I want to protect her.
Right.
You know, she's like that big sister you want. So it's like, I mean, I see her wearing that, and I'm like, oh, honey, no.
That's what I feel whenever I watch Mamamoo. Some groups, not really, but Mamamoo, yeah. No, I'm kidding. But, long story short, Wanna Be Myself, in its entirety, 6 out of 10. Closer to 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's the show. Thanks for listening, you guys. If you like, the show, leave us a comment, leave us a review or whatnot. And you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and on Anchor at The Kingdom Pod PH. You can follow my co-host, Abby, What a Rad Radish. She already started her, her K-pop podcast. But, well, not really K-pop, but mostly about Mamamoo. So check that out. It's on anchor.fm/Mamamoo Gossip Corner with a K. And you can follow me on Twitter at Ukemeister. Thank you very much for listening, you guys. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to eat now.
Go eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat. All right, thanks, Abby. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
The Kingdom Podcast is executively produced by The Voice DJ Yuki and co-engineered by senior producer Jason Aguayo. Special thanks to the Kingdom Podcast creative team. You can like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Anchor at The Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and any other platforms you use to listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.